After 30,000 kilometers and 2 epic road trips, my car was ready for some much needed maintenance. I couldn't wait until the full Switzerland road trip series was uploaded to share this video, so here's the plan. In this episode we are replacing the shocks, front and back, swapping out the front brake discs, changing all the filters, doing an oil change and replacing the belt and tensioner. After that the car gets a brand new front windshield, gets a fresh set of control arms installed and the wheels are aligned again. With my friend Kostya by my side, we are taking on this project at a DIY garage that has all the tools that we need. So let's get started. We start by removing all the wheels and focusing on the front of the car. Unfortunately, the brake discs have been warping frequently, so this will be the third set in just 12 months. The Brembo discs, which cost around €80, haven't held up as well as I'd hoped. They're just not designed for the demands this car is currently facing. This time I decided to upgrade to high quality discs from Tarox for €350. They're made from high carbon steel, are ventilated and should be much better suited for the job. After removing the old brake discs, we move on to taking out the shocks.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the same system. Yes.
Kostya is our mechanic for the day.
I'm gonna hold because of and you can. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Yay!
Once we removed the first shock, Kostya started working on the second one while I tackled compressing the spring of the first one. Once the spring was compressed, I could safely remove the shock absorber. I kept all the parts organized in the correct order for easy reassembly. And while we're at it, I also replaced the top bearings to ensure a smoother ride. These bearings sit where the shocks connect to the car's chassis and tend to wear out over time, affecting both handling and comfort.
Alright. You need help?
As you can see, it's obvious the old shocks were well past their prime and didn't have much life left in them. And now the new one, much more resistance. Taking it off was much easier than putting it back in.
Yeah, now we're professionals.
Alright. It's on. Shock as well. Yeah, this is amazing stuff.
Once we managed to fit the new shock back in place, we mounted the new brake disc and bolted everything back together, making sure everything was secure and ready to go. With that out of the way, Kostya moved on to the rear shocks while I got started on replacing the air intake filter. The rear shocks were in even worse condition than the front ones, completely worn out and ready to be replaced. After replacing the engine air filter, it was time for the interior air filter. This turned out to be the best air filter I've ever tried. No more dirty exhaust fumes or outside odors in the car, and it even filters pollen and fine particles for cleaner air inside. And in the meantime, Kostya already mounted the rear shocks. Awesome! And now it's time to drain the oil. It is rated for 30,000 kilometer intervals, but seeing how dark it was, I'm thinking about changing it every 15,000 kilometers from now on for better engine care.
Yes. No. It's going. It's going.
Going. Is it?
The oil filter was incredibly tight, making it a real challenge to remove.
Yes. It's going. Yes.
It is impossible. Really. Yeah, it's going.
And if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to share a like. It really helps me reach more people.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Should be tight.
Okey-dokey.
After that, it was time to mount the wheels again, and we are progressing nicely. We quickly filled it up with new oil and moved on to replacing the belt and tensioner.
Tension off. Belt off. Tension's gone. Alright. Perfect.
For better access, we realized it would have been smarter to remove the wheel liner first. Of course, we had just put the wheel back on, so that was a bit of a facepalm moment.
You need to do it anyway for this.
Looking at the new tensioner, we noticed a little pin and wondered what it was for. We didn't have to wonder for long, though, as we were about to find out.
Ooh. That's why we need that pin.
Yeah.
I can already tell these new brake discs are a game changer. I highly recommend investing in these or similar high quality discs and steering clear of the cheaper Brembo ones. It's absolutely worth it. And thank you once again for all your help today.
Anytime.
During my trip to the Arctic, the windshield cracked, and since the crack is in the driver's line of sight, it wouldn't pass the upcoming MOT. So I had to get it fixed, and my sister came to pick me up.
Hallo. Kijk, komt ook in de vlog.
And look at that. Nice. Completely new windshield.
Next up was the MOT, where I took advantage of the visit to have the winter tires installed again. They also replaced the tie rod ends on both left and right sides. The wipers had become a bit noisy, so I went ahead and replaced them too. They're still a little bit noisy, to be honest. I expected them to be much quieter than they actually are now. It said Valeo Silencio, but they're not actually really silent, to be honest. On the highway they're silent, though it might just be the road noise masking the sound. Even after replacing many suspension parts, I still hear a rubber-like noise when driving over bumps. It could be the control arms, so I decided to buy 2 new ones to sort it out. I asked the garage to install the new control arms, and right after that I went around the corner for a wheel alignment to finish the job. After all the suspension work, the wheels were pointing in different directions, so a wheel alignment was absolutely necessary to get everything back in order. Driving back home, the car felt brand new, like it just rolled out of the factory. The windshield was so crystal clear, it was almost like there wasn't even glass in front of me. And the way the car handled and felt, incredible, just like a brand new car. What an awesome transformation. The car is nearly ready for new road trips, and even more exciting upgrades are on the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.